Now I went and did it. I'm alive. Ah, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Junkyard and whoever else is here. Hi, Junkyard.
Hi, Junkyard.
Hi, Junkyard. Lock and load, that's right. Does your Walmart have a Subway in it there, Junkyard? Huh. Oh, okay. Well, for anybody that has a Walmart and they have a Subway in it, Subway has a deal going on. It might be permanent, I don't know, but I know it's only for the stores that are in Walmarts. A seasoned chicken foot long sub for $5.99. That is probably my best favorite sub of all. We bought it a week ago, I think it was, or a week and a half ago, and then we went yesterday to Subway for lunch, and I got it with garlic, roasted garlic aioli on it, and Kathy did too, and she said, "Man, that is some good stuff." It is. That chicken sandwich is fantastic, and it's healthy for you. You got it with tomato, banana peppers, black olives, pepper jack cheese, and salt, pepper, and garlic aioli. Oh, and a little bit of lettuce. So even if you don't have a Subway there at Walmart, you got to try it, at a regular Subway. It's going to cost you a little more, but it is a good sandwich. Good morning, cute kitty. I did go to, I went to Lowe's yesterday in Harbor Freight, and I picked up a roll of wire from my welder. I should have picked it up this weekend because I could have got 10% off or whatever. But picked up a roll of wire from my welder, and then went to Lowe's and picked up a 2x8 10-footer for the trailer. And then Kathy and we drove separate cars back to town because she had 20 cents off a gallon at Myers, up to 30 gallons. So she pulled in, and then I backed up, and we used her discount and pulled up both cars. You get all the chicken you want. There you go. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So we got like 27 gallons or something between the two of us to fill them up. Gas was, with her discount, was $2.73. So I seen a guy yesterday gas was $2.29 at his. You got your clarinet?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Huh. Is it new?
Yeah, but I have to get a new one of these because Harley kicked my case yesterday and broke it.
Huh.
I don't know how to do it.
You gotta get a new reed?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it had come up in 30 seconds. Anyways, the guy said, was showing that gas was $2.29. He filled up, but they had screwed up. They didn't move the decimal point on the pump, and it was $2. It was 22 cents, 0.9, 22.9, 23 cents a gallon. Filled up his car for $3 and. You're alive. Yeah, $3 or $4 a tank full. We're having a heat wave. It's 48 degrees right now. Yesterday it was 42. Well, thank you. It's glad to be back. So, everybody do anything exciting yesterday? Don't underestimate them Israelis. Yeah, don't underestimate them. Um, the hell was I just going to say? Now I got a brain fart. Um, Tomorrow is the 24th anniversary of the attacks on the World Trade Centers. And the missile bombing of the Pentagon, because I'm not going to say it got hit by a plane. The plane hitting the Pentagon, I can neither confirm nor deny, but I can speculate it wasn't a plane. And the demolition of building number 7. 1998. Well, your house burnt down then? I didn't know that. You lost the barn? Oh, okay. Well, they do have a power surge. Huh. Did they pay for your bond or did your insurance? Got water? Yeah, I bet. Well, that's good. At least you got compensated. Oh yeah. Well, that's good. When I was growing up, I knew a kid. Their family um, had went through like 3 house fires in like 7 or 8 years. Uh, on the last one, they started looking, and it was arson. They found out who it was that done it, the dad, and they figured he did the other two too. Well, you don't have to worry about that this year, do you? Well, that's good. We did an auction one time at the auctioneer's farm, and we did it there 3 or 4 different times. But on this certain day, um, they sold a big tank with oil in it or diesel fuel in it, like a 5,000 gallon tank or something, and they sold it to a scrapper. Well, the scrapper put it on his trailer, strapped it down, and it was leaking diesel fuel. So rather than turn the barrel, the tank, rather than take some equipment and turn the tank so where it wasn't leaking, um, he decided to take off with it. Well, he left the trail of diesel fuel from there clear to Jackson, which is like 35 miles. But in the field, while they were strapping it down and he decided not to do anything with it, it flooded the field full of diesel fuel. So the owner, the auctioneer, ended up burning it. Lit it on fire. I had to get my hot dog cart out of there because it was close to it. Lit it on fire, and then they brought in a tractor with a disc. And after it burned for about 20 minutes, they run the tractor through there with a disc and disced it under. Which I thought, a lot of good that did, because if it was still burning, that means there was still diesel fuel in the ground. Um, what do I know? Last time I knew, dirt doesn't burn, so it can turn into glass if it's sand, but they don't burn. Well, maybe you ought to take a disc up there and just disc that all under. That way you don't have to mow it no more. Take your liquid weed eater up there and do like the guy did next door. Spray your liquid weed eater on there. It'll save you from going to town. There you go. Sell it and let somebody else mow it. There you go. I've always wanted to move to Oklahoma. Block and a half. Damn. In the city? Damn. So you ain't got no neighbors up there? I'd put a big old, 8-foot privacy fence all the way around it. And then a big old sign right there in the, front of it. Junkyard Emporium. My trash could be your treasure. Come put some of my junk in your trunk. Get you a Puerto Rican named Julio with a goat. Have him move next door. You'd be all set. So did anybody do anything yesterday? For low income housing, there you go. Put some trailer houses on it. Or better yet, get some of them Amish sheds. They're a lot cheaper than trailers. Get, 10 or 12 of them. I don't know how big the property is, but, you put a 10 by 20 up there, or 10 by 24, and rent it out for $800 a month. Oh, you're my old trailer houses. We have an old trailer court over that way. And we lived there, Kathy and I, back in 1986, 87, something like that. 86 and 87, yeah. And we lived there for, I don't know, 2 years or something like that. We were the very first trailer as you come in. And it wasn't a bad trailer. It wasn't a nice trailer. I mean, it wasn't a really, really nice trailer, but it wasn't a bad trailer. It had 2 bedrooms, kitchen, dinette, and then living room with an expando on it. But it was nice. So we lived there for 2 years. I got ad coming up in 3 seconds. I'll tell you afterwards. Anyways, we lived at that trailer park for a couple of years, and the other day I drove by there. They've been weeding out all the trailers, and there's only like 5 or 6 trailers that are in there, and they are really junk. And excuse me, they can't get these people to move because they're paying the rent, and nobody's going to take their trailers anyways because they're all junk. Excuse me. But I noticed the other day when I went by there, they were putting in new foundations. And yesterday we went by there, and they're setting brand new trailers in there. And I don't think these trailers are people that own the trailers. The trailer park is putting in the trailers. Have a good day at school. Love ya. So the trailer park is putting in brand new trailers. They have like 8 or 9 pads poured already, and the trailers are already sitting there. So I believe they're going to force the other ones out. They're just going to say, hey, you either move it or you buy a brand new one from us. So they have put a lot of money into that trailer park over the last few years. They went through and they dug all new sewer lines and water lines, and they put in an all new road base, but they didn't asphalt it yet because I guess I can understand it. I wouldn't asphalt it either until all the trailers were put in. You don't want that kind of weight rolling over your asphalt street anyway, so I would wait till all the trailers were put in and then put asphalt in. But Oh yeah, I have to powder real quick. Shots, everybody, shots! Shots, everybody, shots! Shots, everybody, shots! It's 4-Shot Wednesday. Water glass. Well, all these illegal aliens getting thrown out of the country, there's going to be plenty of houses. The housing market, houses should go down, the prices. Did you see Tucker the other day? He was talking to the one that owns the Mavericks basketball team. I can't remember his name. Was on, was one of the guys on Shark Tank. And he was saying, we ought to do this. We ought to do that. We ought to do this. And Tucker said, well, why don't you start it by giving some of your money and starting it? He said, by the way, who's we? He said, well, all of us. He said, well, you're part of all of us. Why don't you start it and pay with your money? Mark Cuban, yeah. Well, yeah, nobody wants to live. The homeless could move in over there, clean up the streets. Yeah. Oh, I guess there's been over 1 million self-deportations already. But, we're paying for the flights and then we're paying them $1,000 to deport per person. So that's 10,000 times, that's $100 million, I think. Yeah. Let's see. Not very good at mathy. Um, that looks like $1 billion. You didn't see one car yesterday, go down your street? Anyways, Tucker was talking to Mark Cuban and a bunch of other people about the Ukrainian war. And he said, yeah, we had to give them some money, give them more money. He said, well, he said, because I'm part Ukrainian and I believe we ought to. He said, well, why don't you start giving them some of your money? You know, they all want to give our money away, but they don't want to give their money away. Man, who is it? Nobody can go by you and nobody came to see you? Well, isn't that a shame? Yes, here, oh, at the end of the month, I guess, I'm going to take all the air conditioners out. I think the heat wave will be over with. They're supposed to get some 80-degree weather for the next week or so. Then after that, it's going to cool down again. So probably going to be out of the heat wave here shortly. Had a little bit of a heat wave yesterday. Got up to 71 or 72. The heat waving is over. Yeah. We did an antique character club our very first year, I think it was, in September. And it got to like 102 degrees. I couldn't believe it that weekend. It was so hot, we couldn't stand it. We sold so much water and pop that day, it was pathetic. Everybody else was charging back then. They were charging $2, $3 for a pop and $2 for a bottle of water, and our prices were $1. And we had one of the coolers held 150 cans of pop, and then that was a cooler that was in the hot dog cart, and then we had regular coolers, and we'd empty one cooler and then start on the other, and we fill the other cooler up. We we sold a lot, man, that day, that weekend. We made more money on water and pop than we did on hot dogs. We actually had people that were vendors there that run out of water and stuff, and they come and bought it from us, giving us $1 a bottle so they could sell it for $2. I didn't care what they did, but we made our money. So. But that was back when you could buy 2 cases of water for $5. So now you can't even get a case of water for $5. Capitalism, that's right. Then we did it again, another fall one, and I was in where the hell was I at? I'm trying to remember the city. I was in Ohio doing an auction for another guy, which was the worst auction I'd ever did in my entire life. The only people that bought anything to eat was the auction crew. Nobody else bought anything. I think I sold maybe 10 or 12 bottles of water, and that was it. That just it ticked me right off. Because I spent probably $200 to get down there with everything, and so it wasn't for a loss because I loaded everything back up, and because Kathy was watching the one over at the Anti-Tractor Club. So I loaded everything up that I had and was taking it up there. She called and said, "Hey, we need more water." So I stopped and got 5 cases of water and another couple big bags of ice. And we sold out of that before the end of the day. Goldfish? Huh? Yeah. I gotta get into the snack cupboard today and rearrange that again. Well, evidently nobody else knows how to do it because I seem to be the only one that never does it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
You don't want to clean it out.
Nah, I don't.
Don't blame the kids.
I am blaming the kids because that's who are the ones that do it.
I thought I trust you all these years. Quickly.
Yeah, the babies. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start locking the door before they show up. Nobody home.
That's never gonna happen.
Nada. Nada English.
I retire.
thought about moving while they were, at school, but no. Look like the oh.
You're going to your house. That is yours. I put your husband in the
Look like the dented hood on a Volkswagen Beetle, did it?
No, this isn't a snack for school. I put liquids in your lunchbox. Here. You like them. Hey, you're gonna have more? Look here, Tyler. Nadia.
Like two dented up? Yeah.
Look at Tyler, come here. No, I'm not cutting that for you. Look here, I want you to try this. No, it's not. It's caramel. You'll like it. Look. You do too.
You do too.
Watch, you're gonna want more. You'll want more. You'll love them. Here, open your mouth. I've got it. Just take a bite. Yeah, go ahead and spill it. You're gonna want more. Here you go. Your dad took one. He loved it.
Is it good? No?
It's pumpkin. Don't ask me more. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You're a rotten child.
Don't talk about your baby that way.
Why did you waste that?
He needs a thumping, that's what he needs.
What happened? Why not? Did you hang on? Why are you eating it right now?
No, I did not see that. A bunch of them? How deep's the water?
You'll see. Are you gonna eat some or not? Some cookies. You're gonna have to eat at school too. What? I'll take you in there. Get your cookies. You'll get rest. You don't want no more?
Oh, they're all recoverable?
Well, come on.
Well, a lot of them will float for a long time unless they're really heavy. Now, the stuff inside them might be worth a damn if they're, underwater, but they just busted up a car smuggling ring up here in Michigan. Over 400 cars were stolen in the last couple of years. And there's 8 guys in Dearborn. And out of the 8 guys, you can only pronounce 2 of their names. A lot of them thought they were turban Suburbans. So they took off with them and they stole them. And they put them in, they got false titles with them, or fake titles. And then they put them in cargo containers and sent them overseas to the Middle East in containers marked auto parts. They claim like $40 million worth. They weren't stealing just, cheap ones, Land Rovers, Cadillac Escalades, other stuff, the high dollar stuff. You know. Uh, so today, I'm gonna go out there and hopefully finish the trailer today. I gotta put that board in. I gotta cut it down to size, put it in, and then I gotta mount the tail lights, do some more bracket work on the tailgate, and then wire the tail lights up, and it'll be done. What's the reason why you like Fords and Chevys? Evidently, because I missed it because it didn't say it, unless I said it. Oh, they're cheaper, yeah. Yeah, they are cheaper. A lot cheaper. Kevin had one of them Toyota Land Cruisers. They bought it brand new, and they went and traded it in. This should have been a few years ago. They traded it in and got more for it on trade-in than what they paid for it brand new. Yeah, nobody's going to steal them. That's right. That guy running for city commission, a friend of mine, about 8 months ago, 10 months ago, he bought a dump trailer a few years ago, brand new. About like 8 or 10 months ago, the trailer sales where he bought the trailer from asked him if he'd like to sell it. And he said, no, not really. Why? He said, well, we'll give you more money than what you paid for it. Because they were low on inventory, couldn't get them. and they were buying, the price had shot up on them. Now the price is back down again. He said, I should have done it, and then waited until the price come down and then bought me another one. I'd have been ahead a couple $1,000. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's special. That's right. It's special. The insurance company, or not, the pharmacy called me yesterday. Said, you're wondering how you're doing on your form. I said, I just got it yesterday. I didn't have a chance to even look at it. I got it and opened it up and seen what it was, but I haven't done anything with it yet. Oh, okay, well, call us when you get everything done. Well, they act like the post office is fast as hell, and I should have had it like 3 or 4 days. No, it's Pony Express. Oh, pumpkin. Yeah, it's Pony Express. Yeah. I tell you what, that cat absolutely loves Kathy because she'll follow her all over the place. Yeah, hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up. Or a thumbs down, I don't care. I can't believe it. I have been at 2,338, something like that, subscribers for the last 3 years. I have not gotten, I'll get 1 or 2, then lose 1 or 2. I don't understand how these people can get hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Better content, maybe? How much better can it be than me? I would think, and just my good looks and charm would get that many. So, oh, it's time to go, people. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard if you're so inclined to join me. Y'all have a blessed day. God bless. Take care, prayers, and peace, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, all.